Okay, next we're going to look at a pyramid, and this is moving along with our radial line development. And a pyramid, really the process, there's no difference than the right cone that we did before. We find the slant height and we swing that. We make that arc equal to the distance of the base. Okay, so let's draw up our plan view. Okay, so there's our plan view, and it's important on a pyramid to include a plan view to make sure that we're getting our slant height in the correct position. Now, what I'm going to do, and what you see me doing here, is projecting my plan view down to my front view or elevation view. Now, imagine if I drew my pyramid like that, where the square is like this and it's on the diagonal. The slant height, which is the distance in here, is not shown then in the elevation view. We have to spin it. Remember, the outside edge is the one that's going to be true length in the elevation view. So we need to make sure one of the points hits the x-axis. We need to rotate that around until this point is here, even if it was like a pentagon. We could do a pentagon with radial line. All of these points come out. Remember, it doesn't matter the shape of the base, but what does matter is one of these points is 90 degrees at the x-axis. So we'd actually need to rotate the pentagon so that one point, and it would only be one side would be flat because this side would rotate up. So what we need to see is an x-axis go through here, so that the longest, one of the points, which is one of the longest sides sticking out, is on that x-axis. Okay? So a little sidetrack there, but that's why we want the plan view for a pyramid. So let's find our height here. Let's go here. And connect that out. Now I know these outside edges are a true length. What's not a true length is going to be this line, the center, because it comes out, but again, remember, it's leaning like this at us. It's got depth coming towards us. So we don't need that. And if we wanted to, we could label this one. Let's go A, B, C, D. And again, it's letters for something square shaped. Okay, so now we have our views. We're not going to really use this one much, but it saves us from profiling down here because we would have just taken AC and put it underneath here. We don't need to do that now, but we could. Just I wanted to show the full plan view. So we take our slant height, same as we did before. Take this one. There we go. Let's set up a radius point. It doesn't matter where it is. We swing the slant height. Okay, that's our slant height swung. Now I want to pick up the length of the base and transfer that down. We did that before with a step off, and I'm going to use the same technique here. The difference being that I'm not going to keep the arc. I'm going to just take the step off and I'm going to create a straight line between the arc, which we refer to as a chord. So I take a chord, I step it off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. Take that, draw in our finish point. And there's our pattern. Radial line for a pyramid.